after this welcome and introduction, we will form a team among all of us and then enter the vehicles, then go to sanatorium. The First Lady is gracious enough to allow us to do that. So we don't want to come back and people are missing place. So we've taken note. So we just quickly go to the sanatorium. After sanatorium, we'll drive to the polyclinic. After the polyclinic, then we will see the pediatrics, and then we'll go to the main plant at the main hospital. So this is what we have. Then we'll come back here. When we come back, the minister is representing the Minister for Health, that is the Higher Education Minister, Professor Pierre Gomez, will give brief remarks. And then Ambassador Bennett will give brief remarks introducing her friend, because the First Lady, they are very close, they've gone there. And after that, the First Lady will give the closing remarks. So this is what we have, and we look forward to having a fruitful day. After that, at 2:30, we will be now discussing with the donors and everybody here. We'll do presentations at 2:30 after lunch to show them what we are doing, what the challenges are, where the interventions are. Thank you very much. We were all here some few years ago when COVID hit. We all had issues when we were providing oxygen, and there were challenges, serious challenges for that matter. But today the good news is through your foundation and through these professionals, these humanitarians, the Gambia will join those few countries that will have the state-of-the-art plant that will provide medical oxygen to the Gambian people. This is among the best in Africa. We are among the few countries that have this type of plant. We are told by the technicians that is environmentally friendly. This is what is unfolding for the Gambia. So, Your Excellency, the First Lady, and Your Excellency Ambassador, and the rest of the team, Samson and others, all of you, a great nation called the Gambia would want to say thank you. This is Operation Restore Hope, but then Operation Restore Health. Those who will be coming and having challenges, you restore their life. You give them an opportunity to really overcome those challenges, and from our hospitals, they get quality service. This is the directive from His Excellency President Barrow, that we must serve and serve well the Gambian people. We need to provide the best services. So the different interventions, health in particular, is for today and tomorrow. That's the reason why you've seen the Gambia government, through the Ministry of Health, the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, going through serious infrastructural transformation. So all this to improve health, all this to respond to the needs and aspirations of the health fraternity to better serve the Gambian people. We're very grateful and continue giving your best for the Gambia to develop, and health is a key component of human capital. There will be no development without a strong health system. And that's what His Excellency President Barrow has understood very clearly, and strongly supported by the First Lady.
That's why the leadership of the Ministry of Health with Honorable Dr. Samate at the helm, the CMD, Dr. Bite and her team, and his team and the rest, everybody is working in order to respond to the needs and aspirations of the youths of this country and the general public in particular. So we want to thank all of you for this opportunity and wish you all the best. And we hope that more are to come and development is unfolding this medical revolution in the Gambia. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Ghanaians, Nigerians who go out of their country for work, study, or greener pasture, you're considered the continental diaspora. And the heads of states, we represent all 54 African countries. We're based in Accra, but we deal with all 54 countries. And in dealing with the countries, I deal with the heads of states, I deal with the first ladies. And Gambia, you have a first lady that exemplifies what a first lady is supposed to do. This project is exactly what the heads of states want to see happen. We work among ourselves, Africans taking care of Africans, bringing in the right partners coming in and saying, what can we do to support you? Not what we're gonna do for you, but what can we do to support you? So I'm just gonna close on this note. You see, you're not an African because you're born in Africa. You're an African when Africa is born in you. I am. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to all rise and give the First Lady of this country a big round of applause.
Small Teaching Hospital had always been a cornerstone for health and healing in the Gambia. And today, it takes a historic leap towards with the installation of a state-of-the-art oxygen plant. This groundbreaking facility, which we have already toured today, represents more than just a technological advancement. It is a beacon of hope and a testament to the transformative power of innovation and collaboration. Designed to generate and circulate medical oxygen directly to patient bedsides through wall-mounted tablet, this plant will drastically improve the level of care provided to EFSTH, ensuring that our patients receive the life-saving oxygen they need with the utmost efficiency and reliability. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the African Infrastructure Relief and Support (AIRS) project, which in collaboration with our global healthcare organizations has made this groundbreaking facility a reality. Your unwavering dedication and commitment to improve healthcare in the Gambia are truly commendable. Before becoming a First Lady, I was sponsoring the neonatal for 10 good years before becoming a First Lady. And when I became a First Lady, on knowing that the former First Ladies were not paid, I thought they have salary, they have budget, that's why they were doing what they were doing. And I think twice, and I said to myself, I have to put all egos and pride and everything aside, being born and bred up in this country, I believe what I can do for my country is to contribute towards the health sector. Seeing my grandfather, visiting the hospital regularly in the morning, praying for patients. I believe he did his quota. My quota is to do more than that, and I wish to build a hospital that will be named after him because I get inspiration from him. I thank you all.
Of EFSTH, starting from human resources, is no longer here now. When we were told to recruit everybody for this oxygen training, not many of us knew what it was about. But I had to work with human resources to raise lists and raise that. It was challenging, but somehow at the end of the day, we were able to raise doctors, nurses, biomedical engineers, all sorts of cadres in all departments, and that's the status. That's an improvement. Some of the comments that I heard were very, very encouraging. Consultant staff took part in this. Consultant gynecologists, consultant surgeons, residents in surgery, they took part enthusiastically. And when you ask them, they were very happy that such a thing was coming up. The other thing was that the training was unique. It opened up the idea of computer literacy with our staff. You had to register online. And because you had to register online, you had to have an email address. Those who didn't have, we had a way. But then, by and large, everybody started realizing the importance of computer literacy. And then I found that the training itself was quite comprehensive. There are two parts. You will do an online module that will take you about 2 to 3 hours, which you had a choice of actually doing here within the hospital, and you are encouraged to actually come, and most people came. And the other part was a practical hands-on, where you are taught about the oxygen delivery devices. Again, let me say that not so many people were aware of the use of those oxygen delivery devices. They didn't know, and it helped that people could come. I saw the enthusiasm. It was great. It was a major motivating factor for me. We had some trainers that came from SCCM that trained people initially, and then we did train the trainers, and then I had the benefit of, the privilege of identifying those who could be trained to be trainers. And that's the highlight for me today, that we can actually present these ones. They are on ground. They are Gambians who have shown interest. And during that training, there was a lot of, they showed a lot of diligence. The first day that we were going to start the training, it was interesting to me. I can't forget. Victoria, Alex, can she stand up? She called me at 7:30 a.m. That prof, we said we are starting the training at 8 a.m. I want to come and collect the training materials. I was still in my house. I was angry. Why are you so eager? But that was the tone throughout. With everybody, the Mondays and Tuesdays, everybody was there. They were all there on time, and they were there throughout all the scheduled periods. It shows a lot of diligence and commitment. That we were able to train that many number of people was because we had these diligent Gambians who worked so hard through that. So it's my privilege today to stand on behalf of Dr. Sampson and his team, to call them out, to identify them, to say thank you. And I know that, the work that we have all done together, even whether I'm here or not, is going to continue because they have the knowledge, and even the staff of EFSTH all have the knowledge now. Whenever we're going to decide to give out the certificates, I'm sure everybody will know that they merit that certificate. And I hope that it will be a continuous exercise that will start, we can continue to train that way. That's the only way that we can sustain an efficient system in healthcare. Oxygen is not just needed in theaters, it's needed on the wards, it's needed everywhere. Now we're talking about domiciliary oxygen in some parts of the world where people will actually stay in their home and they'll be given oxygen. So it's an essential part of healthcare.
With the support and help of the departmental veterans, we are able to ensure that a good number of nurses have been trained. And the first day I met Offer when she left my office, I started wondering, when are we going to have this? Because this is going to be a release, not only to the hospital, but in particular the nursing cadre. Because when it comes to oxygen administration, we all know mostly it's the nurses who would administer. Doctors will make their orders in terms of executing, but when it comes to execution of oxygen administration in the wards, normally it's the nurses. So if you have a good number of nurses being trained, it's going to be very important. And again, looking at the turnover of nurses we have in this hospital, the attrition is very high. HR was saying with regards to training, especially for biomedic staff. For me, I think it should not be limited to biomedic staff only. Everybody should be trained. It should be an ongoing training. And I would urge management to encourage and ensure that we have this continuous ongoing training for oxygen administration.
Will change a lot of stories in the hospital. Right. And then it will change the face of the hospital. It will change clinical practice in the hospital. And the beneficiaries of this will be the patients, will be the Gambian people, and will be the people living in this country. And then if the hospital is moving forward, it's for everybody. Right. If the hospital is not moving forward, it will affect all of us. So having a piped oxygen is the way to go, and it's more timely than ever. It will make us a better hospital. And then the way the hospital is tweaking its problem, trying to change the narrative from its Ndamban side to Banjo side, trying to reduce mortality to the lowest acceptable level. And then also try to reduce morbidity on our patients, try to reduce the waiting time, and then make the environment to be receptive. And these are things that it will look at. And then I don't think within that management, within the hospital domain now, seeing how eager, how people are moving the energy from maintenance, domestic, to nursing activities to everybody. How everybody is moving. So I think this can be a reality within this shortest time. So I am just jealous that we have a CMD who came as a director, did very well as a director, and has come to us, and then now is pushing us towards that, and then we will see these results coming in this term. So probably it will be premature to say congratulations, but I can assure everybody with this strength will be there. And then Edward Francis Mortigate Hospital will be one of the hospitals that one will not easily be reckoned with, and then will be a hospital that you will be happy to come. Not when you are told that you will be referred to Edward Francis Mortigate Hospital, and then you have nightmares or you develop some resentment.